Welcome back to Biology by Shravanti. Today we are going to discuss about the biomolecules. So under that we are going to discuss about the main topic, carbohydrates. So before going into topic, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. So let us start the topic. So today topic is we are going to discuss about the carbohydrates. So these carbohydrates are nothing but these are the energy giving foods. So these carbohydrates are energy giving food. That means energy giving food may include carbohydrates and fats. But the carbohydrates are daily necessary element for our energy. So these carbohydrates are the compounds of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, that is in the ratio of 1 is to 2 is to 1. That means the definition of the carbohydrates are nothing but the combination of carbon and hydrogen. So it is called as carbohydrates with the oxygen. So it is a starchy and sugar element of the diet of human body. So 1 gram of carbohydrates provides 4.2 kilocalories of energy. That means 1 gram of carbohydrates which is present, it gives us 4.2 kilocalories of energy. So it is manufactured by green plants through the process of photosynthesis. While coming for the mammals, excess carbohydrates are stored in the form of glycogen in the liver part, and which is necessary is utilized by the body. So the excess glucose which is not stored as a glycogen and is converted into fats and stored in the fat cells, that is it is present in the adipose tissue. So this is the important information of the carbohydrates and sources of carbohydrate. That means from where we are getting the carbohydrates. That is, we get the carbohydrate, more carbohydrate present in the wheat, potatoes and rice, banana, maize, bajra and soya beans. These are some of the sources from where we are getting the carbohydrates. Okay, so let us discuss about the chemical carbohydrates which are present or classified based on the chemical structure. So these are of mainly of three types. So first one is the monosaccharide, you can see in the picture. Second one is the disaccharide. Third one is the polysaccharide. So first coming for the monosaccharides, so these are soluble in water and these are mainly subdivided into three types, that is triose, tetrose, pentose, hexose and heptose. So we discuss about this in next part. So these carbohydrates are again divided, as I said, it is a disaccharide, that is nothing but two monosaccharide units will be present. Monosaccharides which consists of a simple sugar which cannot be broken down, but disaccharides have two monosaccharide units and polysaccharides have three monosaccharide units or more than three. Okay, so we may consider as a polymer of the monosaccharide. So coming for the examples of disaccharides, it is a sucrose, second one is a lactose and third one is a maltose. So coming for the polysaccharides, the example is a homopolysaccharides like starch, cellulose, glycogen, that means homopolymers. Polysaccharides are nothing but which consists of same type of monosaccharides. Like if it is a starch, so it consists of same type cellulose. Okay, so while coming for the heteropolysaccharide, that means which contains the division, that means different types of monosaccharide unit, one glucose maybe, one fructose maybe. Okay, so that combination we call it as a heteropolysaccharide. So this is the classification of carbohydrates. So now let us discuss about deep of these carbohydrates in detail. So first one is a monosaccharide. So these are the simplest forms of the sugar having crystalline structure and which are sweet in taste and mainly which is soluble in water. So they cannot be hydrolyzed because it is made up of one or monosaccharide. Okay, so that is called as a simple unit. or smaller units. So they are the building blocks of monomers of complex carbohydrates. Okay, so coming for the formula of the monosaccharides, it is CH2O. That means C6H12O6. Simple formula where N may be C3, C4, C5 and 7. Okay, so they can be classified as triose, tetros, pentos according to the number of the carbons which are present. So monosaccharides contain the aldehyde group. Based upon this, it is classified into aldose and also ketones. So if aldose and ketones. So coming for the aldehyde, it consists of CHO group, and coming for the ketone, it consists of C double bond O. That is example for aldehyde is the glucose or glycose, and coming for the ketone group like ribulose and fructose. So these are the examples of monosaccharides. So now let us discuss in detail about the glucose. So it is the most important fuel in the living organism. That means it is a basic unit of a simple sugar. So it is the simplest carbohydrate useful for giving the instant energy. That's why it is also called as the reduced sugar. So all the athletics they use or they need the carbohydrates before entering into the playground. That means it give instant energy. Okay, so these are the small size soluble in water, and glucose molecules allow them to pass through the cell membrane into the cell. So energy is released when the molecules are metabolized by the cellular respiration. During the cellular respiration process, the glucose is released. Okay, so this is about the glucose. So content of glucose in the blood of human blood, it consists of 90 mg per 100 ml of blood. That means you can think of how much energy, that means how much glucose is needed in our daily life. Now coming for the galactose. So these galactose are soluble milk sugar. So it is very simpler to glucose molecules. They contain also exist in a alpha and beta forms. So the galactose reacts with glucose to form disaccharide like lactose. So glucose and galactose cannot be easily converted into one another. So galactose cannot play the same role in the respiration as the glucose. So it is a little bit of different when compared to the glucose. Now coming for the fructose. This fructose is nothing but the fruit sugar, and chemically, so these fructose, it is a sweetest among all the sugar content which is under the monosaccharide. That's why this fructose is also called as a fruit sugar, or it is also called as the honey sugar. Because of the name fruit sugar, it is called as honey sugar. So coming for the group, it consists of the ketone group, that is ketone exose, but it has the 5 atom ring rather than the 6 atom ring. Okay, that means the fructose contain 5 rings, atom rings, and fructose easily react with glucose to form the sucrose. So the sucrose is nothing but it is a combination of fructose and glucose. But while we are discussing about the galactose, it does not react with the glucose. So this is about the monosaccharide units. Now let us see about the disaccharides. So these monosaccharides are rare in nature. That's why these are exist in the form of the disaccharides. So these disaccharides are nothing but two monosaccharides react by condensation, reacting, releasing with a water molecule. So this process requires an energy. That's why this disaccharides is a combination of two monosaccharide units. That means two monosaccharide units together forms the disaccharide. For example, sucrose. The sucrose consists of the combination of the glucose and fructose. Okay, so that is two monosaccharide units are involved to make the disaccharides. So coming for the examples like sucrose, lactose and maltose. So these disaccharides, so these are the three commonly used disaccharides. First one is the sucrose. So it is also called as stable sugar. So main word, it is also called as stable sugar or cane sugar. So it is a non-reducing sugar since it lacks free aldehyde and ketone group. Coming for the lactose, so this is called as a milk sugar Okay, so this is called as the milk sugar, that is it is found in the milk. So the lactose found more in human milk than the animal milk. Okay, so these lactose also exhibit in beta form, which is made from beta galactose and beta glucose. Okay, now coming for the disaccharides are also soluble in water, but they are too big to pass through the cell membrane by diffusion. So they are broken down in the small intestine during the digestion such that it can enter into the cell membrane. Thus, from formed monosaccharide then passes into the blood and through the cell membrane into the cell. That means this disaccharide which is present, they are not broken down into the smaller particle that it cannot pass through the cell membrane, so it has to be broken down. That is taken place in the small intestine, then it is carried or passed into the blood and through the cell membrane. So this is a mechanism which is taking place in the disaccharide. Okay, so this another example we have maltose. So maltose is also called as a malt sugar. So it forms during the germination of starchy seeds. So it is used in making of alcohol. So these are some of the examples of disaccharides. So next dealing with the polysaccharide. So coming for the polysaccharide, it is a complex form and built in the form of chain of monosaccharides, that it is difficult to digest. Okay, and human can digest all the forms of carbohydrates except the cellulose. Okay, so these monosaccharides can undergo a series of condensation reaction, adding one unit after the other to the chain till a very large molecule. So that is called, that means monosaccharide units are going on attaching, which forms as a chain type. So it is called as the polymerization. So these polysaccharides are broken down by hydrolysis into monosaccharides. When the hydrolysis takes place, these polysaccharides are break down into singular form, that is into the monosaccharide units. So coming for the properties of polysaccharide, the molecules depend upon its length and branch and folding or coiling. So this is about the polysaccharides. Coming for the examples of the polysaccharides, we have the starch, glycogen and cellulose. First let us discuss about the starch. So this is commonly present in the plants and found more in rice, wheat, potato, banana, etc. So these are stored mainly in the plants. So it exists two forms, amylose and amylopectin. Both are made from the alpha glucose. Okay, so this amylose which is present is unbranched polymer of alpha glucose, and the molecule coil in a helical structure to form a colloid suspend in a hot water. Coming for the amylopectin, it is a branched. Amylose is unbranched, amylopectin is a branched of the polymer of alpha gluten. So it is also insoluble or completely insoluble in the water. So this is about the starch. Now let us discuss about the glycogen. So this glycogen is commonly present in the animals and it is also called as animal starch. So it is an amylopectin with a very short distance between the branching side chain. So the glycogen is stored in the animal body, particularly in the liver, and when it needed, this glycogen is in turn converted into glucose and utilized by the body. So this is about the glycogen. Now coming for the cellulose. So cellulose is found more in a cotton fiber, that is a natural material. So it is the largest natural polymer in the world. That means it is made up of the beta glucose molecules and the polymer molecules are of straight, and cellulose serves to form of many cell walls in the plant, and these are more tougher when compared with the cell membrane. So these are arranged in a polymer chain, that is with the help of the hydrogen bonding between the neighboring chain. That means it connected with the one glucose unit is connected with the another with the help of the hydrogen bonding. So this is about the cellulose. Now let us see, that is complete of the polysaccharide classification of the carbohydrates. Now let us see the biological significance of or use of the carbohydrates. So main function of the carbohydrates are nothing but it supplies the energy for the metabolism, and also glucose is in the main substrate for the ATP synthesis. That means ATP is nothing but the energy block currency of our energy currency of our body. So lactose, a disaccharide, is present in the milk, provide us energy to lactating babies, for new babies. And polysaccharide serves as a structural component of the cell membrane, cell wall, and a reserve food material as starch and glycogen. So this is about the carbohydrates which are important and necessary for our daily needs. So thank you for this session. If you like, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.